to the EpicVerse Podcast, where curiosities and theories run wild about the strange and spectacular and everything in between. And now, your hosts, JosiahRises, Benjamin, and Epic Mike.
He's just a beautiful son of a biscuit eater.
Son of a biscuit eater? Oh no, not that.
Oh no.
Why are biscuits so trash though? I just don't understand.
What?
Yeah.
No,
biscuits are actually great, especially biscuits and gravy.
Dude, I was gonna say, like, you're literally blaspheming.
But there are bad biscuits out there.
There are.
Most restaurants make bad biscuits.
Yeah, I would not disagree with that.
Like, they're crappy. They don't even taste.
But
they don't have that thick.
That it factor.
Yeah, they just they lack the density a lot of times.
You know where you need to go for good biscuits is like down south. Then get biscuits and gravy down south from like a mom and pop kind of restaurant.
Yeah, or just make them at home and they're also really good.
Or you can do that, but that's like
Then I don't have to go down south at all. So
yeah, but I like going down south.
Why?
Because I like the south.
Why?
It's warmer.
Why?
You sound like a freaking
You know what's not warm is Antarctica. Got it. Right. No,
son of a bit. No.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, you're really quiet, Mike.
I fucking hate this thing.
Yes.
I mean, you're fine. You were perfect earlier. I don't know what.
No, I wasn't. You know why? Because
now you're fine. Now you're fine.
Putting my fingers on the trackpad of my laptop is picking up in my mic.
Really?
Not tapping it. Literally, me going like this across my trackpad was making my mic bounce.
Because I don't hear anything now. You sound good now.
What the fuck ever.
You sound fine.
I hate this fucking app. I'm pissed.
Just
fucking
okay.
furious.
It's okay.
Right now. No, it's not.
Calm down. It's fine.
Mike,
it's fine.
I just took off my clothes.
It's not fine.
Yeah, Ben just took off his clothes, so it's going to be okay.
That means nothing to me.
It means we're okay, Michael.
How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing today?
We've talked about this article before.
Which one?
The one on livescience.com. I know because I recognize that picture.
I think Josiah was trying to start an episode here.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were starting an episode here. Normally he's like,
we haven't talked about this. We shared it in the group
hello,
before.
Everyone, or he didn't say anything.
I was just jumping right into biscuits.
He was just going to flow into
it. He just started fapping with there was no foreplay whatsoever.
I don't think we've talked about this before.
I didn't get tantalized or anything. I was
let me ask you guys.
You didn't lube up. You just we're never going to get a lube sponsor if you don't lube up first.
That's
raw dog.
That's true. Well,
don't raw dog it.
Maybe we'll just have to make our own lube.
Dry dog.
EpicVerse lube.
Dry dogging. Yeah.
Epic lube.
It makes you slide between dimensions easier.
Yeah. It's so lubed, you'll slide between dimensions.
It's so lubed, you'll slide from universe to universe.
Yep.
So, Mike, how's it going? How you doing?
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah?
We're fine.
You're doing good.
Yeah, no, we're out here, living our best life or something, I guess, I suppose.
Wow.
Are we?
Yeah.
Try not to sound too enthusiastic.
I know.
Mike, try not to sound like you mean it that much.
I'm calm. It's good. I know. I get a little enthusiastic about stuff, but it's fine. It's good.
Josiah and I were getting really enthusiastic a minute ago just talking about biscuits and gravy.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Dick and Son, but, that's...
Well, I don't necessarily get enthusiastic about that. More uncomfortable that's even a surname.
I've made good biscuits and gravy, but the best biscuits and gravy I've ever had was in California, actually.
I'm telling you, man.
It was so good. It's one of the best meals I've ever had in my entire life, still, to this day.
Nice.
I don't know why, but it was
Where in
so
California?
Good. Redding.
Is that Northern California or Southern California?
Remember like 15 seconds ago when I said Northern California?
I thought you said something else.
I wasn't listening.
What did you think you said?
Of something else.
Oh.
What do you think I said, Ben?
Redding?
Norway.
You said Redding, didn't you?
Norway.
No,
Norway,
I
California.
said Redding in response to you asking me where in California.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Well, I'm glad we're all on the same page now, so that's good.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Sure. So homemade biscuits and gravy are the best.
But we're in different dimensions. Because we lubed up too good.
That's all right.
Yeah,
sometimes you just slide so much you just go into another dimension.
Sometimes you just slide so fast it just
yeah.
It's like a slip and slide. Off you go.
Goodbye.
You know what else is slippery?
Slip and slides are actually terrible.
Yeah, they're awful.
Like,
What?
did you ever have one of those as a kid?
No.
I've heard like terrible stories of people that have had slip and slides.
Yeah,
Like of someone that, like, there was like a nail that was poking through it and stuff. And so, like, you know, you slide down it, and this person just got like sliced all the way down their back because they were sliding down the slip and slide and stuff, and there's a nail poking through it. So
I did that to my knee once.
don't go on slip and slides; they're dangerous.
No.
Yeah,
I
kids.
don't even know if they sell them anymore. I haven't seen a slip and slide
No.
for sale in a
Stick
long
to
time.
bounce houses.
I did that with my knee one time on ice at a playground.
Ooh.
I slid through
Ouch.
and there was a nail and it dug in, like
Oh.
ripped. I still have the scar on my knee, and that was in
Really?
like, third
Oh.
grade. Yeah,
Ouch.
Dude, stuff
It
like that.
sounds horrible.
Stuff like that just cringe. Ooh.
it tore into my knee. I probably needed stitches, but I was so scared of needles and like I didn't want to get stitches that I like covered it up and didn't tell my mom about it until like 8 hours later. Well, I had to go home early, but like I didn't show her how bad it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was pretty
That
bad.
sounds really
Yeah,
painful.
any sort of like nail, like
Yeah.
puncturing skin is just. Ugh.
Yeah,
It's like
You ever
that. Why
just, like,
that
Yeah,
scene in the first Quiet Place?
Exactly.
Oh, it just was like one of the
That's-
most horrifying things I've ever seen
Mhm.
because I hate stuff
Yep.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that scene makes me cringe more than pretty much any other scene in a movie.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's bad.
It's
Ooh.
just like,
Ooh.
when her
and
foot is just going down, and you know it's just
You-
about to step on that nail.
you
It's like,
knew it was coming too,
Yep.
and it's still just like.
And then she like had to give freaking birth, and there's like an alien around the house and stuff, and she can't make any noise. Like, dude, that movie is so intense. It's
It's so
insane.
brutal. It's
So-
ridiculous.
ugh.
So
So good.
insane.
So
I just
good.
feel exhausted at the end of the movie just because of how freaking intense
it is.
everything is.
For real
That's how
though,
I
dude.
felt. That's how I felt as a kid when you're like watching Home Alone for the first time too. Like, 'cause
Uh,
they do that whole like close up scene where he steps on the nail too.
yeah.
I've
Yeah.
never seen Home Alone.
What?
Yeah,
No. See, you say stuff sometimes.
never seen it.
No.
What? You've never seen Home Alone?
No, never cared to.
The hell, Ben? It's
I
Home
am
Alone.
literally going to kidnap you this Christmas.
Yeah.
And you know what? Forget Christmas. It's happening. Like,
About to get kidnapped.
Tomorrow.
Ben.
Tomorrow.
freaking
Oh,
get.
well, I'm gonna be
Dude,
going.
I am-
Sorry.
I'm gonna
You
eat
don't get
you
to be
into my
gone, Ben.
trunk. And
Yeah, you don't get to be gone, Ben. You haven't watched freaking what? Home Alone?
Yeah, Home
What-
Alone.
wow.
Were you like banned from watching it? I'm gonna be honest. I shouldn't have let my kids watch it when they did, but
Yeah.
not because it's inappropriate, but because I definitely know my kids like got a lot of ideas from that.
Yeah.
A lot
Well,
of bad
hey, at least
ideas.
they'll have good home defense.
Mm-hmm.
I
in
mean,
case
I guess.
something
Yeah.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
You have some sussy bakas show up, and they'll know what to do.
They'll they will mess up anybody that gets in that house.
That's good.
Listen, it's crazy. My kids thought that movie was so hilarious. And I mean, it is funny, but
It
as
is.
an adult, when you see like some of the stuff that the
Yeah.
guy getting his head, like the top of his like head blowtorched and stuff, you're like, ooh,
Yeah. Yeah.
this is brutal. Dude, the
pretty brutal.
worst scene in that movie is not even the nail. I can handle the nail. It's when the one guy goes in through the window and he steps on the glass ornaments
Oh,
and they like
yeah.
pop under his feet.
Uh-huh.
Dude,
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't take that.
dude.
Mike. Can't take it.
Crazy.
It's brutal. It's like one of the worst things ever. I like
Yeah.
the nail scene in like A Quiet Place is terrible, and the nail scene in that. But dude, the glass ornaments, I just can't even,
Mhm.
dude.
Yeah.
I-
Can
yeah,
you
I-
imagine? Can you just
I don't
imagine?
know. There's like two scenes in movies I think that I had a similar experience with, and it was the nail scene in and really everything following after that in A Quiet Place,
Yeah.
and then the bear scene in Annihilation. If you've seen the movie, you know
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's more like scary. Like,
That was intense though. It was like
it was. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like your
Like, yeah.
grip of your seat kind of intense.
The other thing
Pucker
that
your
I've
butthole, yeah.
seen
Yeah.
that like when I watched it, it made me just cringe because of just like what was happening physically to the person was when in Daredevil when they were putting the bamboo shoots under the fingernails
Oh,
and stuff.
yeah.
Dude.
I hate that.
Ah,
I hate it.
I don't
Also,
like that.
in season 2 when they did the one that got me was in season 2 with the Punisher, where they stuck the drill in his foot.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
I was like, dude, come on. I was like,
Yeah.
nah, man.
Yeah,
He like
wacky.
has to walk out of there. Yeah.
Mhm.
So like it's like I think what we're getting at is gruesome limb injuries with like metal or glass appendages. Like
That'll
things.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah, it's brutal.
Hate it.
Yeah.
Hate
It's like,
it so
oh,
much.
God. Well, this is
Ouch.
we got way out in the weeds on this one.
Yeah, I'm still, trying to find my way back.
You gotta segue us back to something,
Well, a place that doesn't have weeds anymore, Antarctica.
Hey.
I don't know if I want to give you that one.
Yeah, me either. I feel
I
like
don't know how
if we give you that one, we're just like stooping to another level that
feel
I just
we're
don't know we
rewarding
can
bad
do.
behavior with that. I don't know.
I mean, I'm spitting facts,
I mean,
I just really
I
don't know how I
guess.
feel about that, man.
is that like how hippos are related to whales? Is that kind of fact? Because I don't know. I don't believe it.
that's factually
You know what?
incorrect.
That's a
on every
truth. That's
level.
true. You
Well-
can live whatever world you want where they're not related, but you're wrong. Like
Mike, I think you're thinking of another universe. It probably is
No.
the case in another universe, but not here.
no,
Yeah.
nope. It's our universe here and now.
Nope.
You guys just have
Disagree.
to let it go.
Well, the sad part about it is that hippos are going to be our allies, and the
So you probably should stop
apocalyptic
bad
fight
mouthing them
with
because
the lizard
if they find out you
people,
bad mouth them, what are you going to do to stop them? Nothing.
I'm going
As
to keep
we've
bad mouthing
established,
him.
You can't do anything against a hippo once it decides you have to die.
Sure can't. Nope. Guess I'll
Ben.
die.
Ben, we don't want you to die.
Yeah.
You're one of the good. You're one of the good aliens. You got to
You
stick with us.
can't beat them on land because they're too fast, and you
I was-
can't beat them in water because they're also too fast.
Yeah.
And they have like a mouth of doom and murder and
Uh
death.
huh.
Yeah.
I
So-
absolutely hate it. Everything about it.
You should.
Get the hippo out of here, please.
Nope, you can't. You can't do anything to the hippo. You can't stop the hippo from doing what it's going to do.
True. That
Good
is true.
try though.
Which is why we need them to fight with us. Otherwise,
You know where hippos don't live?
Antarctica.
Antarctica. We brought it back around. We did it.
That was almost as bad as mine.
That
Yeah.
was almost as bad. You're right.
Yeah. But we
So
did
what
it.
about Antarctica, Mike?
Oh, it's not
It's
always.
hippo-less?
It hasn't always been cold there.
I know something
fact-
about it.
In
It's
fact,
weedless?
there might have been hippos there at some point, or at least
Whoa!
ancestors of hippos. You know
That's
why?
Like whales.
Because 90 million years ago,
Holy
according
crap.
to this article, West Antarctica was home to a thriving temperate rainforest.
Hmm.
That's according to fossil roots, pollen, and spores recently discovered there, a new study finds.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Now, this kind of relates. This is the subject we're talking about, period, obviously. But it reminds me of something that they recently discovered in, I don't know if it was in Antarctica, but it was somewhere like that, where the
Mhm.
scientists dug deep into like the ground and they found underneath this ice chunk in the water, like they found living bacteria and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then they've also like recently been finding in like the snow and stuff, like bacterial things and like viral like components and
Right.
stuff.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
ancient viruses and stuff that
Uh-huh.
don't exist anymore. Yeah.
I bet
Yeah,
you.
that's crazy.
It's all that stuff's probably connected with like these apparent ancient cities they think were in Antarctica, like frozen cities.
Frozen cities, you say?
Yeah.
So
Tell us about them, Ben.
Yeah. Tell us about the frozen cities.
Well, there's a few different articles here talking about frozen cities, but this one says there may just be a hidden hit city frozen underneath Antarctica, according to Shock Claims. The huge
Wow.
continent is an icy mass and is currently only inhabited by scientific researchers and penguins thanks to its freezing temperatures. But
Wow.
rumors of a hidden city have been floating around for years as conspiracy theorists and even some scientists claim the freezing continent is actually the home of the legendary lost city of Atlantis.
Wow.
So, which, I mean, we've theorized about places like Atlantis a bunch
Mhm.
and where
Yeah.
it could potentially be. But I mean, Antarctica is not necessarily a bad candidate along
No.
with the other ones
True.
we've got.
True.
You know?
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, it's a
Instead of
very real
sinking in the ocean,
possibility.
it's just froze.
Well, and especially
Yeah.
too, if Antarctica was not always frozen and it was like this lush jungle like Mike was talking about,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like the possibility of that were like being the lost city of Atlantis or that being there would make more sense if it was originally not frozen and then it became frozen. Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, if you like, there's some pictures out there and stuff as well of like from like a satellite view showing kind of like what looks like a pattern in the ice on Antarctica that looks kind of like a man-made structure and stuff as well.
Oh, snap.
Which is pretty interesting. So there's some of that going out there. Some images that have been taken recently from Antarctica as well that makes people theorize that this could be that there could have been a city at one point or cities on Antarctica. And hey, if it was like a lush jungle place, which they have found lots of fossils of different plants and stuff from Antarctica. So I mean, that pretty much backs up that is factually true. Whether who knows at what point that was, but so if you know that there's a place that's lush with lots of nice vegetation and everything else, why wouldn't you want to live there, right?
Exactly.
Like, just take your boats and go there and start making babies and building cities and having a good old time.
What else is there to do?
Yeah.
What's interesting about the whole thing is we know with specifically like deserts and stuff that you can dig, like a lot of things that we have in the deserts and stuff have been covered up. Like pyramids had to be dug out, with the Sphinx was like a lot lower in the ground than it is today and stuff. And that's just sand and dirt and wind.
Yeah.
So you got to think, in places where it snows, like absorbent amounts and stuff like that, what could potentially be buried under that?
Right.
Because we also know that snow's an insulator. So it's not like it doesn't pack down over time. I mean, there's like, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of years worth of packed, dense, insulated snow on top of these things, that we might not get to, I mean, so.
Right.
Yeah.
It's true. I mean, it makes you wonder, I mean, if there is anything under the ice and the snow in Antarctica, it must be very well preserved.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Which is such a fascinating thing to think about. Like, what could be under there? Unfortunately, it's just really difficult to excavate there because it's a frozen wasteland basically.
Right, exactly.
So,
and that's like it's barely. I mean, you can live in certain areas, but it's like
a frozen
extremely
treasure
difficult.
chest. I like that. I like that.
Which is why there's only penguins.
You have that for free.
Scientists. So
that's free. That's a freebie. I won't charge you for that one.
Oh, wow, that's
Thanks.
sweet of you.
Starting a business where I'll just say things on people's podcasts and be like, I coined that term, so do something about this.
You gonna pay me for that?
Yeah, what are we doing about
we
this?
got royalties for that?
I'm gonna need you to I'm gonna take back those words. I'm gonna need you to edit out what I said there.
Unless you pay me like some Benjamins.
Yeah. No, I don't want to
I got one Benjamin right here.
I don't want to be paid in Benjamin. Please don't.
What?
You can pay with me all you want. I'm priceless, Michael.
That's prostitution, Ben. Ben, are you a prostitute?
I'm priceless.
Ben, are you a prostitute? That's what I asked.
Nah, but I'm priceless.
Well, I don't want to be paid in you then. That's like, somebody's like, hey man, I'll give you a Benjamin to tell me words.
It's like, here's this Benjamin.
We're back.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Here's your Benjamin deposit.
Yep, here's your Benjamin. Yeah.
Here's your crisp Benjamin right here.
You can have that. Your nice, hard, cold, hard Benjamin.
You can keep this Benjamin.
I don't like it.
It makes I mean, Antarctica is probably like a remnant of the Ice Age.
I like how you're changing the subject. I do have to point that out. It was a smooth way to get out of there.
Well,
just kind of dodge.
How to get out of there real fast.
You just jumped out the window. Like, okay, we're done.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, he was like,
we gotta get
away from crisp deposits. Benjamins.
I'm good with that.
We don't talk about how
Benjamin
hard
deposits.
Benjamin is. Yeah.
What?
Uh-huh.
But
so
anyway.
so they've like found fossils and stuff like that of plants from Antarctica, which is pretty cool. And it's going to be interesting to see what else. I wonder, like, how. Well, so basically, it sounds like the way that they found the fossils of the plants was they drilled into the ice and snow or whatever.
Yeah.
And then took a sample of, like, just drilling really deep in there. And so, we don't really have a whole lot yet of stuff that's been, excavated there or anything that people have found. We just have, like, small samples and stuff, but
yeah,
they did find plants, which is pretty cool. But there's something else that we need to talk about Antarctica.
Oh,
which is pretty crazy.
Oh,
so there are things that are on Antarctica that people think may be ancient pyramids.
I don't believe
Interesting.
That were found in Antarctica.
I believe it.
That's actually, yeah, I've actually heard of this before. Yeah, yeah, it's kind of nuts. So
it is, yeah. So there were Google Earth images of Antarctica that revealed what looked like pyramids, prompting conspiracy theorists to suggest they were created by anything from lost civilizations to
aliens.
Yeah, there you go, Ben.
Yeah.
So we're waiting for
your
it.
people, Ben.
I know my people. I know my
your
kind.
peeps.
Mm-hmm.
The snow pyramids have the internet abuzz with the idea that there was an ancient human civilization that once lived in Antarctica. And it's interesting that they are continuing to find, little tidbits of things that could point to that being a possibility and stuff. Which, I wonder, because they had to dig super deep down to get, like, the plant fossils.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I wonder, I wonder if, like, I just wonder if, just say that, like, tomorrow we, just melted all of the snow and the ice off of Antarctica. What would be there?
It's a really good question.
Like, what would be there?
That's a really good question. Yeah. I mean,
let's all just, yeah. Like, what if we all just, like, took, blow dryers and we went out there and we just started melting everything?
Okay, now you're...
that would take a million years.
What are you talking about? Blow dryers. We obviously use blowtorches from Tesla.
Yeah,
or
flamethrowers.
Yeah, come on.
Elon Musk, help us melt Antarctica.
Yeah, see, there we go. See, that's what
we
we're
probably
doing here.
shouldn't do that because of the sheer amount of water that's contained there.
Well, not only that,
water.
but of all of those viruses that are down there and stuff.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, we could,
we gotta talk about that.
Melt Antarctica and then, like, just destroy the entire world.
Like, there are literally viruses that are being found that people haven't seen ever.
Yeah.
They're like,
probably because it's from one of those ancient civilizations.
That's probably why they probably got wiped out by those things.
Like, I'm telling you right now, my favorite theory, and this is still consistently my favorite, is the idea of,
I have it up here, by the way,
that an ancient civilization creating the pyramids here, helping build the pyramids in Egypt, and then they left Earth and they are the aliens. I just love that idea.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I think there's so much evidence to especially to back that up, especially when you think about potential pyramids on Mars too, like under the sand there.
Yeah.
When we talked about that.
Exactly.
And, like, that dude who could, like, apparently see Mars or whatever and, like, lived another life on Mars or something.
Yeah.
It's fascinating freaking stuff.
Nephilim giants and all that stuff.
We've talked about all this stuff in our previous podcast, guys, by the way, so go check those out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I have here, this is what you were just talking about. Excuse me. This was published in July 20th of 2021. And it was by scientists at Ohio State University. So they found a 15,000-year-old virus in a Tibetan glacier. It says, findings published today in the journal Microbiome. Yeah, they took 2 different samples of the ice and found the viruses, which survived because they had remained frozen. And they said they're unlike any viruses that have been cataloged to date.
Ooh, look, exactly. That's terrifying to me.
That's freaky stuff. That is terrifying. Actually freaky.
Yeah. And let me see if I can find here. They determined the ice was nearly 15,000 years old. When they analyzed the ice, they found the genetic codes for 33 viruses. 4 of those viruses have already been identified by the scientific community. So that's what's crazy, is that they actually said, okay, it's not just like we haven't seen these or they're corrupted. They're like, we know what these 4 are. We've seen these before. Right. That means there's 28 of them that they've never seen.
That's
and half
insane.
Of them, seem to have survived at the time that they were frozen, not in spite of the ice, but because of it. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Creepy.
This is the co-author of the study, Matthew Sullivan, said these are viruses that would have survived in extreme environments. These viruses have signatures of genes that help them infect cells in cold environments. That's kind of nuts, man.
That is really crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm telling you, diseases and things like that are just terrifying to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't know about them.
Right.
Well,
right.
And they said that it means a unique idea because they're like, that means if we could get a sample of like ice from Mars or something, we could potentially discover if there really is life on Mars. Because if you have viruses that can survive in the cold temperatures like this, you know, what's to say that if, it's kind of fascinating, dude.
Yeah. That was, I mean, the movie was terrible, but that was kind of the whole idea was life, you know, like they found like the microorganism out in space or whatever. And then it just, you know, turned into a weird
people over.
thing. A weird, it turned into like a weird like octopus thing or something, right?
It did, yeah. It was like, it was like alien light.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But that was the idea. It was like a parasitic thing or like a disease or virus or whatever.
Yeah. It was just like it was just like some sort of
but it was an alien. It was like
But they originally thought it was just like some microorganism or something, and then
exactly.
Just kept getting bigger.
Kept getting bigger on them.
Yeah.
So the good news is here. Okay. So
let's have some good news. Yep.
So viruses do not share a common universal gene. So they have to figure out like how they fit into things and how they work and stuff. So they've done a lot of studying on that. But they said that 4 of the viruses that they found were viruses that typically infect bacteria, which is a good thing because it means that like that's specifically what they prey on. But they said that the analysis showed that the viruses likely originated from soil or plants, not with animals or humans. So they said that the chances of them being like contagious viruses that could infect a human and make them sick are actually really low.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
But a lot of these studies on viruses and glaciers and stuff is actually really new. They said nope, they never considered it until recently. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, definitely.
It's really interesting. Yeah. And so now we go from that to, you know, viruses in the ice to giant freaking pyramids. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just connect.
Yeah.
So, the Department of Archaeology at the University of Calcutta said that the images that were found of the what people are theorizing used to be like an ancient city on Antarctica and stuff that was seen from satellite. The Department of Archaeology at the University of Calcutta said this about the images, said that they showed clear evidence of an ancient human settlement beneath the ice sheet. They said that these are clearly features of some sort of human-made structure resembling some sort of pyramidal structure. The patterns clearly show nothing we should expect from natural wait, hold on.
What?
Geomorphological formations found in nature.
Job.
We clearly have here evidence of human engineering. The only problem is that these photographs were taken in Antarctica under 2 kilometers of ice. That is clearly the puzzling part. We do not have any explanation for this at the moment.
Wow.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Dude. What the frick?
It's happening.
Apparent frickin' Lee.
Maybe that was like the aliens' home base at one point, you know?
Yeah. Hey,
it probably was, to be honest.
Maybe that's one of the. Oh, snap!
Oh,
so a lot of the, like, there's a really good possibility that the flood was kind of, you know, the thing that kind of kickstarted the ice age, which probably kickstarted Antarctica being frozen over and stuff. So what if Antarctica was like the home base for like the Nephilim, soon to be alien species or whatever? And God was like, I got to take care of these. So he sent the flood to freeze over Antarctica to force them to get out of there.
Time to drown these mother effers.
So now they have no base. And they're gone.
Where did they go? What did they do?
Maybe they went inside Earth. You know? Or maybe they went to space.
Or maybe
they went to space, or maybe they traveled
to Mars.
South. Deep south to a desert area.
Oh.
Said, hey, we already know how to build these freaking pyramids up here in North. Let's build them down here.
So you think they went to Antarctica later?
No. What I'm saying is, what if they started in Antarctica?
Because Antarctica's like the southest of South, isn't it?
Well, no. Okay. What I mean is North. That's what I meant. Sorry.
Okay.
But like they went north. They just like they traveled across the ocean and like ended up in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe that's where pyramids are like their go-to building, way of building things and harnessing energy.
Right. Maybe they like really warm climates, and so after they lost Antarctica, they were like, "Hey, let's go to Egypt."
Let's freaking go! It's too cold here, man. I can't do it. Well, which lends the idea that like the reptilian race.
Yeah. Well, and think about other places that we see, astronaut carvings and pyramids and things like that. South America, another place that's warm, lush, wet, moist,
warm, wet, moist, thick.
You seem to like those words a lot, Michael.
Lots of foliage.
But isn't that weird? That's
it is weird.
Yeah.
Well, because we know that civilization will follow like temperate climates.
Mm-hmm.
So, you have to assume that if there's a temperate climate there at some point, there were people living there.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Thriving. But yeah, we also know that like we lost a lot of stuff in the Ice Age. We don't know how much information, how much civilization, how many things were lost to the Ice Age, What if it's, we've had this talk before, but what if, at one point we had all these advanced civilizations doing things and
they left.
And then most of them died out because it got too cold and they froze.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, if you just like look at, a list of like where pretty much all of the pyramids and ziggurats are and stuff, they're all like in warm locations.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear you say that word again.
Ziggurat?
Yeah. It's pretty dope. I like it. He just
threw
it out there. He's just casually dropping that. Oh, ziggurat.
Mike's just like, Josiah, that's my language right there.
Yeah, hey.
So it's crazy. It's crazy.
It is very crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's kind of dope.
Is that basically something that we can conclude is that ice or cold things is a secret weapon?
Yeah.
That we can use.
Whose secret weapon is it?
Yeah, that's the question.
Our secret weapon.
Oh,
against the aliens.
Oh,
well, they don't like cold.
Well, we don't know that.
Yeah, I mean it's wild accusation.
Yeah.
Well,
to just throw at these aliens.
Well, I mean, if they left cold climates when they got cold and went to warmer places, then
you're making. I mean, I'm concerned about your strategy against the aliens. Would you freeze the entire Earth to save us all?
No. Just like use like ice guns against them.
What?
Wow, we went a very different direction with this.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of build us ice guns.
I'm actually kind of tracking with you here. Yeah, like what if we use ice guns against them? That's not actually. It's not a bad strat.
Or like a gun that shoots ice cubes.
Ice cube gun.
Yeah.
That's what'll save us. Guys, listen. If you're looking for a place to hear innovation and technology, you want to know about stuff and think about ideas you never thought about before, how do you protect yourself against aliens?
Yeah, you ever think about that?
Shoot a frickin' ice cube at it. Coming down the barrel of an ice gun at, however fast you can shoot ice at somebody without it exploding like a shotgun.
That would be so
we could
painful.
get ice shotguns too.
We got flamethrowers. Why can't you have an ice thrower?
That'd be literally so painful, dude. Imagine just shards of ice being hurled at you.
Just chunks of ice.
Slicing you up.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Hey, we gotta do what we gotta do, right?
And here's the thing. The great thing is you never run out of bullets. Because anytime you start getting low, you just spit or pee into the tank and it'll freeze.
Pee into the
Shoot
tank.
it everywhere. You always have
Pee in
liquid
the
ready
tank,
to go.
Mike.
Yeah. Just carry like a belt of water bottles, and then you can always just have something that you can put more in there. And,
or pee bottles.
Or pee.
Piss
Exactly. You
bottles.
can do pee. Yeah.
You know, rip the cap off, like, you know, dump it in your tank and
spit.
And spit into it too.
Semen.
And just spray.
Wait,
that
what?
might be a little thick. That might gum up the works, bro.
That's true.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Just spraying pee everywhere on people. Frozen pee. There's no defense against it.
That'll show the aliens.
That'll show the alien. That's what you freaking
That'll
get.
show them who's boss.
That's what you get for making your cheeks so notoriously hard to clap because we can't find them. Now you get the pee gun.
I mean, maybe that's why they left Mars eventually as well. Maybe Mars just got too cold and they're like, frick this place. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, too cold. I thought you were talking about they got attacked by ice guns and pee guns.
No.
They're just like, dude,
we
can't
need
take
Elon
it
Musk
anymore.
to help us develop those.
Exactly.
Elon,
That's
he
like
already has flamethrowers. Why can't he make
Elon, get on
ice
this
yeah,
pee
but
gun.
but pee throwers and stuff, that's advanced technology.
That is.
You imagine
So-
you just have a tube. You just put it in your pants. It just sucks up your pee and your
Like a
backpack
catheter?
fills. You know.
You have a catheter that runs from
Maybe
that
a
runs
little
to
less,
your gun.
maybe a little less uncomfortable. Like, you know, maybe it's like a cup. It fits over the whole section. You just pee down into it.
All right, boys, time to lock and load. Just jam that catheter.
Oh no! Yeah.
And then you just pee into it and just spray it everywhere.
Oh no!
I've been holding it all day. Time to stop these aliens. We could have we could have squads, like elite squads of soldiers who all they do is they specialize in pee guns. I really like this idea.
Yeah, I think we're onto something.
I like how we started with frozen wasteland and like ancient civilizations, and we got to the future of combat, alien combat.
Yeah,
pee guns.
Liquid
urine
guns.
blaster
Amazing.
5000. Yeah,
amazing.
No.
Yeah.
Hate it.
Which would have inevitably turned into the cheek clapper 9000 once we defeated the aliens. Surrender, and we'll let you get away with minor clapping, not
Not the full blown clap treatment.
Yeah,
not the full blown.
Yeah. We'll do the soft claps,
Gentle claps.
Yeah.
Oh man! Wow. See,
you know,
this is the great thing about this show is that we solve all of the problems of tomorrow.
Yeah, it's certainly a great thing about this show that inevitably, at some point, we're either going to bring up a hippo, Ben being an alien, or somebody clapping alien cheeks, or all three.
Or the Megatherium at the same time.
Well,
also getting clapped.
Yeah,
well,
you're kind of falling behind on that one, Ben.
Yeah,
Kind of feel like you gave up on your buddy.
Yeah.
I didn't give up on him. He gave up on me when he died.
Gave up on life, and period. He got stuck in some mud and fell over.
What
wasn't
a
even
bot.
deep mud. He just he was like, man, my feet are dirty.
What a freaking
their whole species gave up real fast. They were just
they saw everything else happen. They're just like, yeah, I'm gonna nope out of this situation. Guess I'll die.
It's too freaking cold. I guess I just die then.
So yeah. What a ride, guys. What a ride. That being said, that's going to be our episode for today for you guys.
We have to
hope you enjoyed
the audience at some point.
Yeah. At some point, we got to release them from their misery.
Oh, they're just like, please, in the episode, they're still talking about this. They got back into having sex with aliens again.
Somehow it always ends up there.
Yeah. How's the EpicVerse podcast, honey? They talked about shooting piss out of guns and having sex with aliens, so about a typical episode for them.
Yep. That's a typical EpicVerse episode for sure.
Yeah.
Welcome. So if you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. We'd appreciate that a lot. If you're listening to us on your favorite audio podcast platform, then please leave a review. We'd really appreciate that. Share the episode, all that good stuff. And we will catch you all in the next episode very soon. Bye.
Peace.